Welcome to week 12 of the NFL season. This is our bets show where we go through, give you our three favorite picks, including our lock of the week. Coming off a little bit, it's our roughest week of the year. Week 11 was our worst week of the year. We were like 5-7 and 1-3 on the locks. Just, we're getting it out, and now we're bouncing back for Thanksgiving weekend. We're going to come out strong here. So who wants to start us off with their first pick?
You know what? I'll jump in here and then Nick can follow since we're on the same boat here. I'm going to be taking the Miami Dolphins minus the 9.5 against the Zach Wilson-less Jets.
Yeah, who is their quarterback?
Boyle, right?
Yeah, Tim Boyle, not Tim Boyle. I don't even know his name. I saw his record in college. Obviously, this is NFL. Abysmal. It's really, really bad. Like, I think he played in two different universities. One, he was like for the whole season, he played a whole season. He was 9 touchdowns and like 15 interceptions at one school and repeated at the next school. He's a really bad quarterback. Yes, the Jets defense is, very good, but I mean, I just don't see how the Jets are going to score. I mean, they're going to try to run the ball 40 times in this game, and I just don't think Miami's going to let them do that. I think they're going to stack the box and make this guy throw the ball on them. And obviously, you have the Miami's offense, who is a powerhouse. I mean, they love to score points. I mean, every week I feel like their team total is at least 27 points or higher. So I like the Dolphins to absolutely blow the doors off the Jets. It's very unfortunate that this is the Black Friday game, the very first one that we're getting, and it's going to be Tim Boyle leading the Jets out onto the field in New York. It's not something people want to pay for, but it is what it is. And your stat today for this game is going to be the Miami Dolphins are 6-1 ATS in the last 7 games against opponents in the American Football Conference East Division. And for those who are wondering, that's AFC East. So give me the Dolphins.
I love how you just said it the longest way possible. The American Football Conference, the AFC.
I thought you were still talking about
that?
Tim Boyle because I just had to look him up. And all right, so he played at Connecticut in the American Conference.
Yeah.
His touchdown to interception ratio in the American Conference, 1 touchdown, 13 interceptions.
That's what it was. I knew it was bad.
All right, so you got to lock in the Dolphins defense in DFS then. But the Dolphins are really good as home favorites, hitting ATS 80% of the time, 4-1, 5-2 as just straight up favorites.
They're not at home.
They're not?
No, it's in New York.
All right. Well, they're still 5.
It's really late. It's really late. It's okay.
Yeah. There's no way that the Jets even score 10 points in this game. So, yeah, I think it's an easy bet this week. Even if Tyreek Hill's a little injured.
Good.
All right. I going back to the well here. Bears Vikings over 43. We saw it last year a little bit. Justin Fields late in the year, they trust him running more, or they let him run more, and that just kind of opens up the offense a little bit more, and they start putting up points and then go into the fourth quarter and blow a lead. It's pretty much the Bears script every single game for the last 2 years. But I do think Justin Fields knows that he's still playing for his job, and so he's going to want to put on a good show. And I think on the other side of the ball, Joshua Dobbs is getting more command of that offense. I do think Jefferson sits this game because they get the bye the week after that. So they're going to, I think, probably prolong that IR stint just another 2 weeks. But I still am a fan of Josh Dobbs in this offense, and I think 43 is just, I know it's a divisional matchup, but I think we see some points in this game.
And Justin Jefferson doesn't care about your fantasy team, just so you know.
Is not.
All right. Well, my pick is the Giants New England game over, taking the over in that game, but it's 33.5. I mean, have you ever seen a total this low?
I
Iowa
mean,
Northwestern.
yeah, I was
maybe?
about to say.
I mean, and it's again, these are types of games people look at it and their initial thought is, oh, I'm taking the under in that. But like it's 33.5. Both these defenses are not good. In fact, they're not good, but I think the offenses are also so bad that like I think the Patriots scored a defensive touchdown in this game. That's one of my bold calls in this game. And that's points right there. I mean, the defense can score. And we just saw, and it was Washington's defense is obviously worse than New England, but he put up 3 touchdowns on them. So it's like they're still capable. Like Saquon's still there. There's still pieces that can score in this game. This total is just way too low in my opinion. Like 20-17, like 20-14. Like I don't know. This just
Seems like a lot of points for these two.
I don't think so. I think
Is Mac Jones starting, or are we getting?
No.
I don't care if it's
Zappy.
Zappy or Mac Jones. Like I think they're gonna on the Giants. Like Giants defense is not good. Like these are just 2 bad defenses. And I think points are going to be scored. But I also think the offenses are also bad enough to where like the defense can score touchdowns here. So I think on both sides, you could see points. And like I said, my bold call, like you have 7 points with the Patriots defense scoring a touchdown already. So it's my bold call of that game.
Okay.
I'll hate it. I mean, if we want to keep talking about a lot of points, I'll jump to my pick.
Well, no, hold off on that because that's going to lead into
All right, yeah.
Alex.
Yeah, I'll hold off.
Hold off
I know
there.
you're all
Bob.
waiting.
And PBs is involved in the same one. So Alex or I'll go. So I'm
So I'll go. Oh,
okay. You go.
no, you go.
What's going on?
No, you go. No, you go.
Oh no,
wanna
no.
flip a coin?
I think I should go.
All right. I'm taking the Colts Bucks over 43.5. The Colts have scored 20 plus points in every single game except for one. The Bucks defense their secondary not very good. Obviously, the Colts want to run the ball. I think they'll have trouble on the ground. I think they'll try to force it for at least 2 quarters. But both these teams, obviously Tampa Bay loves to throw the ball. Baker just slings that ball up and down the field. I think there's gonna be a lot of possessions in this game. And ultimately, I think the Colts do win since they are at home. In the past couple of years, they haven't been good at home. I think they've won like 2 games, which is very unfortunate. But we're on the up and up. We have to win this game to continue. So I think there's going to be a lot of points scored. Plus, the trends in this game are just screaming over. I mean, going all the way back to 1997, the over between these 2 teams has gone over 6 out of the last 7 times. So, it just screams over. The Colts over in the last 9 games played on Sunday have gone over. So, like, give me the over here. It screams over.
Oh, the way you say it so seriously too. I just can't with those stats.
The great stats. They're trends.
Yeah, now that Sundays are no longer for Saturday, Jeff Saturday, shout out to the GOAT. The Colts can score some points with Minshew magic. So
yeah.
The stash is in the building.
High powered.
Covered on Sundays. They just when another day of the week comes, they just forget how to play football. They don't know how to put up points. But Sundays they
PB, you just took the Patriots and Giants to go over. Come on.
Yeah, it's 10 points less than this
You
total.
talk about people that don't know how to score points.
I'm just saying, like that you have bad offenses. You have defensive turnovers at the goal line, and they have like a 10 short field, and you score points that way. That's what I think is happening in that game.
Fair enough.
All right, go ahead, Alex.
Well, talking about 2 teams that can put up points, I'm thinking now I may have to change this up a little. I think I'm going to go. So originally had Ravens minus 3.5. I think I'm going to switch that pick to the over. What is Thanksgiving week all about? Overeating, over drinking, overindulging in football. I'm going
no such thing.
It's a week of overs.
full of overs. My entire card is going to be fitting of the weekend. So I'm switching from Ravens minus 3.5 to the over 47.5. The Ravens have consistently put up, it seems like 30 points pretty much every game. And I still think Justin Herbert is a really good regular season quarterback. He's got yet to prove that he can do much other than that. But I think there is going to be points on both sides of the ball. We're going to get an over here. We're going to get a card full of overs. Ravens, Chargers, over 47.5. I don't have a ton of stats or anything behind it, but just seems like these teams are going to put up points.
I can get you a stat really quickly before no, let them go. Let them go.
I want to see Corey like work in the moment. I want to see like how he just finds these things, and it's going to be something so random.
Oh, I gotcha. Don't you worry.
Oh, gosh.
Ooh.
Well, I kind of like that game too.
Wait, hang on. I gotcha. The total has gone over in 4 of the last 5 Chargers games against the NFC or the AFC North. There you go.
Love it. There it is.
There you go.
Seems somewhat relevant, but I like this game. It's going to be my lock of the week, but I like the Ravens. They're still, licking their wounds from that Browns loss, but I think they're really good football.
Where are we right now, Nick?
Well, he's talking about the game, so I'm just jumping in with my lock real quick.
Yeah, makes sense.
And
over multiple people here.
If you look at against the spread, the Ravens are 1-2 this season on the road as favorites, which is, not a great thing, but I think they're better than that. And they're going to even this out to a 50-50 split. I know Mark Andrews is a huge loss, but I'm actually more excited to see what kind of big plays Zay Flowers can now do as the featured pass catcher in this offense. So I don't love the Chargers this year, and they have no good wide receivers. Keenan Allen can be stopped inside against this Baltimore team, and I don't think Quentin Johnson will be there to allow Justin Herbert to flourish and keep up. So lock of the week.
I think if they lose this game, Brandon Staley loses his job. And then they promote the why am I drawing a blank on his name?
Yeah,
that guy.
Yep.
That one guy.
Yep.
Offensive coordinator.
Kellen Moore.
God, just couldn't remember his name.
That guy.
Yeah, he's going to be their coach going into next season as well. Yeah. That's my hot take.
I don't hate
my second pick is the Bills plus 3.5 against the Eagles. The Eagles are on a short week after a massive win against the Chiefs. I think this is a bad spot. I get there at home, but Buffalo has all the weapons necessary to attack this Eagles team. I mean, their defense is not good. Their D-line is solid, but like their D-line or their defense is not good. This is gonna be like a back and forth game, and I think it's gonna come down to the wire, but I love getting the hook at 3.5. Like this should be, I get like the Eagles should be like favored, but I think it should be more like 2.5 or 3. I think it's going to be a field goal game, one direction or the other, and getting that extra half point I think is massive in this game. So I'm taking Buffalo 3.5. I won't be surprised if Buffalo just straight up wins this game. I think they match up very well against the Eagles.
Yeah,
but I do think this game, I would probably lean the over in this game though too. Like I think this could be like a really entertaining game, back and forth. I think the Eagles can pound them on the ground, and then Buffalo kind of returning, just passing all game, and so yeah.
But yeah, well, you kind of stole my thunder there, PB. My second pick is the over in this game, and I think you hit it with the matchups part, like. It's just set up for a shootout. Both of the pass defenses are the weakest point. And, should be some A.J. Brown versus Stephon Diggs. And I just know I'm going to be watching this game, and there's going to be a minute left, and the Bills are going to be down a touchdown. And you never want to bet against Josh Allen moving the ball for the first time in the game, like with like a minute left. So I kind of see it going down like that and taking the over.
Interesting.
I'm with you, Nick. It's my lock of the week over 48.5. I think they're two extremely high powered offenses, and both defenses have some weaknesses that I think both teams are going to be able to attack. I think this is going to be one of the best games of the entire year. I think we're going to see a ton of points. Yeah, give me the over 48.5.
MVP caliber quarterbacks,
Yep.
2 top 5 receivers, really good run games. What's not to
Injuries
like?
and holes on the defense. Yeah, I think it sets up for an exciting one, fun one to watch.
Yeah, it's definitely the game of the week.
Yeah, no, definitely. And again, I know it's like until December, that's when they can start flexing games, which they've already announced that they're going to start doing. But like, for God's sakes, man, I know, Alex, you're a Bears fan, but I'm so tired of.
No, it's
I
fair.
understand,
This game should be in prime time. There's no doubt about it.
I understand the Eagles just played a primetime game, and they usually don't do that. But the amount of times we've had to sit and watch the Jets, the Giants, and the Bears in primetime games this
Those
year.
New York audiences, like they just.
I
mean, it's
understand.
prime time for my B-dubs order to arrive. Shout out Jam and Jalapeno. Bring it back.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go to a grosser game here for my lock of the week. I'm taking the Rams minus the 1.5 against the Arizona Cardinals. Matthew Stafford's back. I understand Cooper Kupp got a little banged up in that game last week. I think he's still good to go. He's questionable. Matthew Stafford got banged up, but he's going to play. He's a warrior. He plays through everything. Kyren Williams is coming back. The Arizona Cardinals defense gets shredded by run games. I think this is a game where, the Rams put up like a good 35 points. I think they score a lot of points here. Arizona, I mean, they kind of look better with Kyler, but they still don't have that many weapons on offense. They have Hollywood Brown. I mean, I know James Conner is back, but I just think it's too much firepower on one side against the other side. And again, Arizona's defense just has too many holes in it. Plus, I mean, this is probably the best stat I'm going to give here of the week. The Rams are 8-0 ATS in the last 8 games playing against the Cardinals on the road. The Rams have absolutely dominated this series. So give me the Rams here minus the 1.5. I think they win by at least a touchdown this game as well.
And that one happens every year too.
I was going to say McVay
Twice.
has some numbers in Arizona.
Was that a good stat for you, PB, or is that another one that you don't like?
I feel like it's just a little tainted because a lot of that was Cliff Kingsbury, who's
it's completely different.
One of
worst
only
coach ever.
one, only one of those.
Okay, well, fine, PB, I'll give you another one. I mean, if you really want it, I mean, Arizona's 1-4 in the last 5 games played in November. So,
All right,
I knew it.
That's gonna do it. Yeah, now I'm on board. I'm on board, Corey.
There you go.
Hammer and Rams after that one.
It's a good one.
All right. My lock is Denver minus 1.5.
dumb.
Okay. So that's the Browns fan is saying that. So just understand that. From an unbiased opinion, the Browns under DTR on the road, it just sounds awful. And it's Russell Wilson who's looked great, and the Broncos defense who has looked great. I just don't understand. Like 1.5, Denver is a harder place to play. Like I mentioned before, even the astronaut himself, Joshua Dobbs, couldn't get it done. And
wait, before you keep going, he got concussed in that game by that player. He got speared in the face. So I think you got to give him a little more credit. He was playing in altitude concussed, but
you should have calculated that. And so yeah, DTR on the road against this Denver defense, which I mean, this Denver defense is like you can run on them. So like I think the Browns attack, they're just going to try to run the ball all game with like Jerome Ford, Kareem Hunt. That's going to be their plan of attack here. But I think the Browns defense, they're like weird because their pass defense is definitely their strongest, and their run defense is kind of like it's not like bad, but they give up these like explosive plays. Like they'll be like, solid, and then they just give up like these big runs. And I've seen it throughout the whole year. So it's not like you can definitely attack this Browns defense. They give up explosive plays. And I'm taking Russell Wilson over Dorian Thompson. What's his name? Dorian Thompson
Robinson.
Yeah, I'm taking Russell Wilson over that guy at 1.5 points at home every time. Lock of the week. Let's ride.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and ride yourself to a quick L, because Myles Garrett against the fifth team, or how do I say this? The team that's allowed the fifth most sacks this year is the Denver Broncos. They tried to invest in the offensive line and it's still not there. So,
Russell Wilson's
they're playing the sack leader.
Russell Wilson's
going
to run all over you guys.
We're going to throw up man defense, rush 4 guys. It's going to be game over for Russ. He's going to be in the end zone, playing by himself, running fake plays.
Okay.
Till like 2 a.m.
I definitely think this is like a very low scoring game. Like I think this is going to be a very low scoring game in which the Broncos win this by 3 or more.
Wrong.
Okay.
Go Browns.
All right. I believe that's all of our bets. That'll do it for our bets episode. We'll be back for our main slate DraftKings breakdown tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.